Good morning, you guys. Trying to get back to normal in the house. Everything's just been so chaotic lately. For once, it's not our crazy, but so yeah, this is my view. I'm like all curled up. It's supposed to be warmer today. I think that's a lie. I'm freezing. I thought about opening the door and seeing if some of the sunlight, but we have that special screen on the front, screen door, that makes it a whole lot darker. So I don't know. Oh, I was gonna see. So it says it's 52, but feels like 48. I can agree with that. We're supposed to get to, at 5 o'clock, we're supposed to be 64. Need to figure out what we're going to have for dinner. Last night, I made steak, mashed potatoes, salad, and I was craving Brussels sprouts, so Anthony and I had Brussels sprouts. Oh, I'm so sorry, you guys. That's all I ever do lately is yawn. So last night, hey, sorry, you guys. Shiny syndrome today. I'm telling you, this is sometimes the real us, and unfortunately, the real me. Anyway, so, blah, 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 blah. Nope. Just like completely lost it. Anyway, I have no idea what I was going to say. So today, that's what it was. The yawning made me remember. So last night, I kid you not, Connor wanted to play. I don't remember at this point. I would say Far Cry, but that is incorrect. It's the one where you've got the big boy Fallout. And so Anthony, as soon as he got in bed, while playing a game on his phone, asleep within minutes. And so I stayed up with him as long as I could, because at like 10, I was like, oh, I'm falling asleep. Anthony beat me. I was like, oh. And Connor goes, what's going on here? What's going on here? Because usually you're the one that goes to sleep first. I was like, oh, really? So I don't know what's wrong. I can't stop yawning at this point. So I wanted to give them enough time to play. The kids have been pretty good lately. And I would love to stop saying because I'm starting to drive myself nuts. So Connor's been really good. Lex has been pretty good, even though she had gotten grounded. She's been pretty good. So we wanted to give them their time. Even Xander's been pretty good. He got to play Fallout also for an hour, because he's been doing pretty good, but we want to limit his time on games along with them all. I know Lex is 15 and some of you won't agree. She's too old. I still think we need to limit TV time, like game-wise. I still kind of want them not to watch certain things, and that's me, and some things I do know I need to bend on, because a year ago we were adamant about our daughter not dating, no boyfriend, and I had a friend, actually, Joni. She's like, either you get on board with it, or she's going to continue to do it behind your back, if she's not already doing it. I'm just going to be annoyed every time I say it now. So, understandable. We sat her down, And we had the conversation with her, and that's when she came clean. She had been dating boys, and the first one that we really allowed was grade A. It was hard to get her away from him. It was a very abusive situation, not necessarily physical. Anyway, oh my gosh. It's like my go-to, I guess. Sorry, you guys. He was trying to pressure her into stuff she didn't want to do. He was her first kiss, so she had it in her head that she had to be with him. He was cheating on her. He was mentally abusive, stalkerish. It was scary for a while. We really had to, and even actually Tammy was part of it. Joni was part of it at different times. I think Kayla, even, we all talked to her and said, this isn't something you have to put up with. This isn't something that, someone doesn't emotionally blackmail you. And so it took us, like, it felt forever. And it was just a couple of months. It didn't take very long, but in the scheme of things, for a mom, it's the scariest. And I think it was, maybe it was a month, but it was a scary 4 weeks kind of thing, where you're trying to get your kid out from underneath this person's thumb. And so, yeah. And it's just, the guy she's with now is really good. I went ahead and let him come over last night again. So we have this rope, and I don't know how long it is. Ellie can get pretty far in our yard, and the kids were playing like right outside of the length of her rope. Oh, she was so mad. And then Lex and Austin came over and played with her, and she was throwing the ball for her. She'd bring it back, and what have you. So Lex wasn't paying attention, and Austin said she was kind of hopping out of the rope every time she would throw it, and Ellie would go get it. He said it was just that one time Alexa's got a rope burn all around her ankle. And at the back, at the tendon part, she was bleeding. It looks gnarly. It looks like we strung her up by her ankle. I feel bad. But like I said, they've been really good. And so I'm trying to be more lenient. That was the whole story of this rant. So yeah. And I'm desperately, I was like at 11 o'clock, I couldn't do it anymore. I gave him that hour of my, time, and I was like, I lay down, I got all hunkered down in the position I have to be in to fall asleep, and I've tried into different positions. I will just lay there. I will kind of doze, but I'll wake up. I won't fully just go to sleep until I flip over on my stomach, put my hands in one of two places, and then I'm out. Within what feels like seconds. That's all it takes. Everything has to be has to all be perfect. My shoulders both have to be covered. My hand has to be here as I'm laying on my stomach, and then the other one under my cheek, and my one leg up. It's ridiculous. I hate it. It's silly. You guys don't have to tell me. It sounds really dumb. I know how it sounds. And I feel like it too. But I was like, Connor, you have to go to bed. I am so tired. So 11 o'clock, which is kind of the latest I have been up in the last few months. Even going back and forth when Joni was in the hospital, I'd get home. Well, I told you guys I couldn't even function to make oatmeal. I made soup, and I just laid down, went to sleep. Well, bath, lay down, went to sleep, and I was never up very long. Like, one of her sisters at one point, she's like, "Did you change your nails?" I was like, I barely get home and function to eat. I was like, I did not change my nails. And so, yeah, I get to sleep, and what do? Like, right before 6 a.m., everything's on for me. And I'm like, why is it when I stay up even a little bit later, I'm getting up earlier? Now, if I go to bed at like 9 or 10, I can sleep until like, I think the longest I've slept lately is 7:20. And it's just like, if I go to bed before 10, I get to sleep in. But if I go to bed at 11, I have to get up before the sun. I don't know. You guys explain it. Like, does anyone know why that works that way? And then I sit here and thinking about it, so I'm trying not to. I almost made myself yawn. I just yawn. And now, as you can see, the more I run my mouth, the better it gets. So, yeah. I think I'm going to have the kids over. Everything's been calm. Little update after her showing up. We had the kids Sunday. No, I don't know if I covered that. We had her over Sunday. She saw the kids' car here. She stopped in the middle of the road, not my driveway, because I have a rounded driveway. She literally, in the middle of the road, didn't pull off, nothing. Stopped. If you put rock music to it, because she was rocking back and forth and violently pointing, screaming, laying on that horn. It wasn't just one. It was like, nee, nee, nee. I don't know if she thought it was going to get louder or what. But, yeah. So, there was incident number 2 involving us and our situation while she was quickly, just a few days later, arrested. There is still no acceptance. It was the other person's fault. This is a person she's had no dealings with, she doesn't know, and she broke out her tail light. So they had to arrest her. She has court today, but they took her from jail and put her back into the mental hospital again. And diagnosed her again with bipolar, and I asked her kid if she sounded any better after something that was said about not taking acceptance for what she's doing and blaming others. And I was like, I was hopeful. I know it was a BS, question, but I tried, gave her the benefit of the doubt. This is something I'm strong about because I have mental illness. Anthony has it. Lex has depression. I think Connor does too. Or it's just online school does not work for him. He's definitely done. He considered going back. There's like 18 days left. He's like, can I just go back? And I was like, babe, you'll never catch up. I barely get him to do the work online. It's been a real struggle. There was question if I would homeschool Xander. Yeah, no, that's never happening. Xander is the one who's more manipulative of his teachers and has just said, no, I'm not doing that. I don't have to. And in my house, that isn't a viable option because school is your job. So you need to do your job. You need to be present and you need to do what's asked of you. So I think in the position of mom, he would never listen to me as teacher. And I don't understand this new math. So I say I'm not smart enough. Connor gets irritated when I tell him that. But it is what it is situation. So we will probably never do homeschool again. We considered what's going on, and I think it's just because Lex wasn't feeling good. Because yesterday she had no problem. She didn't say she wanted to come home. She didn't even really contact me during the day like she did like the week before. And then like towards the end, I was thinking, what's going on? And I told her, what is going on to make you not want to be there? Because she's got straight A's. She is flourishing in high school, and I'm so proud of her. So I was thinking maybe there was a problem, and she stated that everybody's out for themselves, and I said, well, you're not there for that. You're not there to gain approval of others, and that's something all our children need to understand. Especially in school, this isn't a popularity contest. This isn't a social event. This isn't something, you're not going to your friends to hang out. You're going to school to learn, to get an education, to further your path in life, to figure out what you want to do on that path. These are skills and tools and what have you that you need. And so obviously, unfortunately, being grounded for the weekend, she had a lot of time to think. And I don't think the mouth thing helped. I said, between the two of us and the dentist issue, which I got to call and let them know what happened, it's been interesting. And I don't know how else to describe our lives for the last couple of months. It's not usually like this. It's stressful. There are bumps. We always get through them. I swear, I always say, there's no way I can get us out of this one. There's no way I can fix this situation. And I always do. I always fix the situation. I always figure out how to deal with it. So, it's good in that aspect. So, and we are getting closer to Anthony being done with school too. So I'm excited. It's just everything's finally fitting in. And where he's doing his I wish I could remember what he called it. Where he's doing his internship, they really want him. Yesterday were talking to people about the hiring process and how, because some of the retirement homes do their own classes. You have to sign an agreement to stay with them for a year. There's one that actually Kayla was looking into, and she could get a CNA license, and she had to stay with them a year, but they were provided. They would do her schooling, her, whatever you consider that trade, And so this place does it, and so they're actually gathering information for Anthony to stay on at this place. And so I think he's going to really like it. You guys, I am so tired tonight. It's ridiculous. I've made dinner. I've cleaned up. And, well, for the most part, now I'm just like wiped out. So, here, I'm on Anthony's side this time. Not that the view's any different. So, I think I'm gonna call it a night. I got a few things. Oh, tomorrow I have something. I almost forgot. But either way, I'm just pooped all the time. I'm pooped now. It's loud outside. But beautiful. It's nice because I've been in slippers all day. Under blankets, 3 fuzzy blankets. I've been cold all day. Dinner was really good. I did, in my pressure cooker actually, I did frozen chicken thighs, boneless, skinless, and then I just poured soy sauce, ginger, onion, garlic, and a little bit of apple juice. 15 minutes later, the chicken was, and that was from the deep freeze. That was done, and then I made white rice, and then I did 2 teriyaki sauces, one with red pepper flakes in it, and it was spicy. It was really good. My tummy does not say that. We are not in agreement, but it tasted really good. So I am going to chill out, either in bed or in the chair. I don't know yet. I definitely need to put my feet up. Oh, excuse me. And then probably should think about packing because we leave Monday for Portland again. So yay, fun. But this is the EMG on Anthony, and then we'll see the doctor right afterwards. So they got us in fairly quickly, which is nice. So yeah, that'll be good. So we'll head up Monday. Appointments Tuesday, 9 and 10:30, because for some reason they changed it on us. And then we'll come home. I don't know if immediately. I haven't decided. We might go up kind of early Monday and maybe do the little goofing off and go to IKEA and stuff. We'll see. Alright, bye.